Hey, baby, you wouldn't believe what happened the other day. One of my friends just looked at me with this half smile, half suspicious expression and said, "You're not the same guy anymore. What's going on with you?" I could hear the teasing in his voice, but it wasn't mean-spirited. It was curious and maybe a little surprised. And then another one chimed in, "Yeah, ever since she came into your life, it's like something clicked inside you. You've changed, man." I smiled, but I didn't say anything at first because I was just letting their words settle inside me. And honestly, they weren't wrong, but not for the reason they thought. See, when people say change, they usually mean you're becoming someone new, someone different. But you, baby, you didn't change me. You reminded me of who I truly am. You woke something up in me that had been asleep for years, maybe even lifetimes. So I finally looked at them and said, "She's not changing me, she's bringing me back to life." And the room went quiet. They didn't expect that. I could see it in their eyes, how those words hit them somewhere deep. Because it wasn't a line, it wasn't some romantic phrase I picked up from a movie. It was the truth, raw and simple. You bring me back to life, baby. Before you, I didn't even realize how numb I'd become. I was just going through the motions, waking up, working, laughing at things that weren't really funny, pretending I was okay, pretending I was present. But somewhere inside, I was detached, disconnected from everything, even myself. But then you happened, and you didn't come in with noise. You didn't crash into my world with drama or demands. You came in like a soft breeze through a window I didn't know I had left open. You arrived with this quiet warmth, and somehow, just by being you lit up rooms inside me that had been dark for years. I started noticing little things, how music suddenly felt different when I imagined you hearing the same lyrics, how food tasted better when I thought about sharing it with you, how my hands, once idle and cold, longed to hold something sacred, and I realized they were meant to hold you. My friends, they've seen the surface of it. They see me smiling more, talking softer, maybe even being more patient. They joke about how whipped I am, how I'm always checking my phone, always looking distant, like my mind is somewhere else. And they're right. I am somewhere else. I'm with you. Even when I'm not physically near you, part of me is always next to your energy, curled up inside your presence. Even in silence, I feel you. And yes, I've changed, but only because you've made it safe for me to be real. I'm not performing anymore. I'm not hiding behind masculinity or ego or pretending I don't care. You saw right through all of it, and instead of running away, you stayed. You stayed even when I was difficult, even when I was distant, even when I didn't know how to say what I was feeling. You saw the storm and still reached for me. And that's when I knew you weren't here to fix me. You were here to remind me that I didn't have to do this life alone anymore. And baby, I know I haven't always been easy to love. I know I've had walls, thick ones, built from years of heartbreak and silence and trying to be strong when I was crumbling inside. But every time you spoke softly to me, every time you looked at me like I was still worthy, a piece of those walls fell away. Now, I find myself craving honesty like oxygen. I want to tell you everything, every thought, every fear, every dream. I want to show you the messy parts, the parts that aren't polished or perfect, because I know you won't run. You'll hold me through it. Just like I want to hold you through yours. I don't think people realize how rare that is. To find someone who doesn't just love the surface version of you, the one you present to the world, but who actually chooses the version of you that's still healing, still figuring things out, still afraid sometimes. You did that. You chose me even when I hadn't fully chosen myself yet. So yeah, I'm different now, not because you changed me, but because you loved me enough to let me return to myself. There's this peace in me now that I can't explain, a grounding knowing. Even when we're apart, I feel like you're wrapped around my ribs, like you're a rhythm I breathe to. And the funny thing is, I didn't even notice I'd stopped breathing deeply until you came along and filled the air again with something that felt like hope. And you know what else, baby? I look forward to things now. That might sound small, but for me, it's huge. I look forward to the next sunrise because I get to text you. I look forward to rainy nights because I imagine holding you close, watching movies under a blanket. I look forward to quiet mornings when you're still half asleep and I can make coffee for both of us. I look forward to us. In every version, in every lifetime, you've changed the shape of my world without even trying. It's like you walked into my life and rearranged the silence. Now it sings before you. I didn't even know I was lonely. I thought I was fine, independent, self-contained, but now I realize I was just surviving love, not experiencing it, not like this. You make things feel safe, but not in a dull, predictable way, in a way that calms the storm in my chest. You soften the harsh edges of life just by being yourself. I don't know how you do it, but you always seem to know what my soul needs before I can even say it out loud. There are things I never told anyone, not even the people I've known for years. But with you, I want to lay it all down. The good, the flawed, the haunted, the hopeful. Because when I speak to you, it doesn't feel like confession. It feels like liberation. There's this one moment I think about all the time. The day you told me I see you. And you didn't mean just physically, you meant all of me, the silent battles I fight, the stories I hide, the layers I didn't think anyone would understand. You said those 3 words with such certainty, I almost forgot how long I'd waited to hear them. That one moment changed everything. It cracked something open inside me. I realized I wasn't alone anymore. I didn't have to keep pretending I was made of stone. I could finally be soft in someone's arms, your arms, and still be held with strength. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately. About how you've become the one person I don't want to protect myself from. With you, I don't wear armor. I don't need it. Because even when I show you the messiest corners of my soul, you never flinch. You just reach in gently, without judgment, and hold the broken pieces like there's something beautiful. That kind of love, it changes a man. You've shown me what it means to be seen, to be felt, to be chosen not for how strong I appear, but for how real I'm willing to be. And it's not just about romance or passion or chemistry, though God knows we have all of that. It's deeper. It's spiritual. I feel you in my spirit, in my quietest moments, in the space between heartbeats. You are in the ache I feel when I miss you, and in the warmth I carry when I imagine your smile. Sometimes I wonder if you really understand what you've done to me. Not in the dramatic storybook way, but in the quiet, powerful way that rewrites everything I thought I knew about love. You've healed parts of me that I didn't even realize were hurting. You've spoken life into places that were withering. You've challenged me to grow, not by demanding it, but by inspiring it. You never once said, be better. You just made me want to be. And I am better. Because of you, sometimes I lie awake at night and think about the ways I want to show up for you. I want to be the man who listens not just to your words, but to your silences. The man who holds space for your wild dreams, your soft fears, your endless questions, and your loud laughter. I want to be the one you lean into on hard days and the one you dance with when no one's watching. You've given me a vision of the kind of love I thought only existed in some other lifetime. The kind where 2 souls find each other across time, across chaos, across everything, and still say, I'm here. I choose you. I don't just want to love you. I want to honor you. I want to build something real, not made of grand gestures or fairy tales, but of mornings and mistakes and meaningful moments. A life where we're not performing for the world, but just being raw, beautiful versions of ourselves. Together, you've taught me that love doesn't have to be loud to be real. It can be a quiet glance, a knowing touch, a shared breath, a silent prayer in the middle of the night. Love doesn't always need fireworks. Sometimes it just needs two people who are finally tired of running. And baby, I'm not running anymore. I'm walking slowly, intentionally toward you. Every day, I feel a little more certain, a little more grounded, like I'm not just living for myself anymore. Like there's something bigger anchoring me now, something divine, something written in the stars long before I had the words to recognize it. That something is you. And when I picture our future, I don't see perfection. I see truth. I see days where we laugh until we cry. I see days where we hold each other through frustration. I see whispered encouragements over late night worries. I see the kind of partnership that's built, not found, piece by piece, with patience and passion. And most of all, I see me finally home. It's in your arms, in your energy, in your presence. I'm not perfect, baby, but I swear I'm real and I'm here. Fully, finally. And baby, that man, he's going to love you in ways no poem could ever capture. Not just with flowers and promises, but with presence, with protection, with peace. He's going to hold you like his whole world fits between your fingers. He's going to choose you every morning, even when life feels heavy, even when you're tired, even when you're unsure. Especially then. Because love like this doesn't walk away. It stays. It stays and grows roots. I want to build a life with you that feels like home. Not just the walls and furniture and little cozy corners, but the feeling of being wrapped in each other's spirit. I want to sit across from you at the dinner table 10 years from now and still feel butterflies when you look up and smile. I want to grow older with you, learning and unlearning beside you, always finding new ways to love you deeper. I promise to be your soft place when the world feels hard. I promise to protect your heart like it's made of stardust and sacred things. I promise to never let a day pass without reminding you just how deeply you are loved, even in the silence, even in the quiet ways that don't always need words. I want you to feel it in every glance, every touch, every breath beside you in the dark. You won't have to carry everything alone anymore. I'll be your partner, your peace, your protector. When life gets heavy, I'll lift it with you. When your soul is tired, I'll be the calm that lets you rest. When your dreams feel too far away, I'll be the one who holds the map and says, we'll get there together. There's this vision I keep close to my heart of us waking up on a quiet Sunday morning, sunlight pouring in through the windows, your head on my chest, our dog snoring somewhere at the foot of the bed. There's coffee brewing, music playing softly, no rush, no chaos, just you and me, wrapped in love that doesn't demand anything. It simply exists, steady and full. I want to marry you. I want to promise my soul to yours in front of the universe and say, this is who I've waited for. This is who I'm building forever with. And after all the vows and rings and tears and laughter, I want the quiet afterward, the real part. The life part, where we wash dishes side by side, talk about our dreams, argue and grow and come back stronger, raise a family or chase wild ideas, whatever feels like truth, as long as we're doing it together. I want to be the man who helps you heal from the weight you've carried for so long, the one who never makes you question your worth, the one who reminds you that you are never, ever alone again. Not in pain, not in joy, not in anything. I see you, baby, in all your strength and softness, in all your laughter and doubt. And I choose every part of you. I love every part of you, not because you've made me better, but because you made me honest, real, whole. I look at you and I see everything I didn't know I was missing until now. So, if ever you wonder where I stand, know this. I'm standing right here, in the middle of this wild, beautiful love we've found. And I'm not moving, no matter how long it takes, no matter how far we have to go. I'll wait. I'll grow. I'll show up over and over until life bends and time shifts and it finally brings us to the place we've always belonged. Until that day, close your eyes and feel me with you. I'm there, in the spaces between your thoughts, in the stillness of your breath, in the beat of your heart, loving you always, and I'll keep loving you through every season, every silence, every storm, every sunrise, because this, you, is the love I'd live 1,000 lives for, forever yours, me,